Hello people of the internet. I have just been going through my Oleep markers that I have had for over a year now. These were bought for me by my husband at Christmas 2020, so I've had them about a year and 1 month ish, and it was the first big set of alcohol markers that I had. Previously I'd had a few of the old Letraset Pro markers, and I'd had a set of Marvy Le Plume pens about 10 years ago, but this was the first big set of alcohol markers I got, and I was very excited. I hadn't heard of Ohuhus or Arteza. I'd heard of Copics because when I used to do scrapbooking and art journaling, people used to talk about Copics, but they're really for the artists rather than the colorists. So I was really excited about getting this set that I got for Christmas, and I have coloured with it constantly for the entire time that I've had this set of markers. Because what I basically did initially, I'll show you what I did initially. Initially, I coloured in these two books. I didn't realise that adults were allowed to colour in these two types of books until I started watching Adult Colorist. By the way, anyone who's asking about my back, it is still really bad. I have pulled, done something to me muscle under my shoulder blade, and should take about 4 to 6 weeks to heal. Fabulous. In the meantime, I'm not doing much colouring because my back's always been a bit bad leaning forward, but at the moment I can't even lean forward to my slope, so no colouring for the time being. But let's see how we get on for the rest of the month. Anyway, just have a slurp. Hold on. You'll notice that I edit out the slurps now. Anyway, so I started watching other colorists in about August, September 2020, and saw that adults were colouring in these type of pictures, this type of thing, and I was like, oh, you mean we're allowed to? Because before I was like, adults have to use pencils, have to use Joanna Basford books, Kirby Rosanis books, that kind of thing, can't do this kind of colouring. But I was like, so many people were doing this kind of colouring, so I was like, I want a set of alcohol markers and I want some of these type of books. So these were the first two that I bought after my husband bought me, and I was so excited for them to come, like these big chunky things to colour in. And I must admit, I mean, my first attempt was awful. I think this was my first one. I didn't know how to blend them. I didn't know how to blend them. You can't really blend them in these type of books, but I didn't know what the colours came out like. I didn't know what kind of thing happened. But I must say, these pens, this was one of the first ones I did. This is over a year old. So is this one, and so is this one. And not one of them have caused any type of yellowing on the pages. So big up Oleep, they don't cause any type of yellowing. The only thing where it's ever gone through is where I was stupid not to realise that these pens went through. So I did a couple of colourings in there, and I did quite a few. I just remember this book when I first got it. I was so excited about, you know, doing, I could do this kind of colouring and it's all smooth and looks nice and there's no watermarks, you know, where you use water pens. And look, I even tried to do a little bit of blending. Don't know if you can see that. Let's zoom you in. Yeah, and I did a light shade down to a dark shade and a dark shade into a light shade. I was trying. I remember doing the bell as well, and that was the first time that I realised that when you did a big area, you got the streaks, you know, like if you left one. And I had to go over it. I think I went over that bell 3 times to get it relatively smooth. And I did a few more in it. There's a couple that need finishing. That one was done with the pastel, just the pastels. I didn't have the, so the pastel ones that come with the 80 set. I didn't have the Oleeps, the Ohuhus then. That one I did with, I don't know, cool colours. I don't know really what you'd call it, but like greys and blues and all that kind of stuff. And this was another one where I was doing the background and I found out, oh, if you had too many spare ends, the you know, you'd get a line. This, wow, it wasn't this one. There was one that I did where I did, I was trying to use different colours other than pink, so I added some blues to that. That one was my favourite. I remember doing this and just how smooth and beautiful it came out. I just absolutely loved doing that one. And all of these were done January. That one's awful. The colours just really don't work. The cool but colours. All of these were done January and February 2021, I guess. I mean, back then I didn't even acknowledge when I did anything. And then I found Colour Questopia books, and I have done lots of pages in Colour Questopia books, lots of pages in Jade Summer books, and I have used these Oleep markers all the way through. I have bought other markers. I now have a 136 set of, is it 136 or 148? 120, 168. It's the 168 set of Oh-Hoo. And I also have the 168 set of the Joy Wish, which are exactly the same as the Oleep. And in fact, I was really excited to get those because it was like the set that I already had plus. So it's an extended version of the set I have, and I have them here on my desk. Now what I started doing with the Oleep markers is I decided that they were going to be my colour by number set. So what I did, this is how in depth I get. I basically did this, look, I basically made a chart of all the colours, and then I matched them with the colours in Colour Questopia, and I also matched them with the colours in Jade Summer. And this was before Colour Questopia had numbers, when there could be up to 50 colours. So I matched across and all this kind of, you know, basically got a subset of my 80 markers, which I would use for colour by number books. And I think what came out of that was, oh, where's the first page that I had with the 80 colours in it? I don't have it, I don't think. Oh, it's in here. It's in my little travel case. Now this is the case that I started using to carry around my subset of colour by numbers. Yeah. So that's the Jade Summer sheet. And then this is the Colour Questopia, and I basically cross-referenced every book that I had. And as I said, this was before they started putting the 24 colours with the numbers. The 24 numbers are on there, but there's also 50 colours. Is it 50? 1, 2, 15, 16, 16, it's 48. So I must have doubled up on, yeah, there was places where I doubled up. So light violet and medium violet and dark yellow and golden yellow. So I doubled up some of the colours, because 50 used to be a lot of colours. And I got my subset of Oleep markers for all of my Colour Questopia books, whether they're 50 colours or 24 colours, and all of my Jade Summer colour by numbers. These little cards went in here. I got the subset of colours, which was about, this holds 60, and I think there was about 54 colours. I swatched them all on here and then added a couple of extras. So I had a choice of flesh colours and a couple of choices of greens. And this has basically been my Colour Questopia Jade Summer Colour by Numbers kit since about March 2021. So it's about March 2021. However, the pens are now, let's see, this was me changing colours and swatching things in and out. These are colour by numbers. I act like I'm, you know, managing ICI with these colours. These are colour by numbers. But yeah, so this is a year and 2 months on. I have swatched all my original set of Oleep markers. Now, obviously, as I said, there was a subset that went in here and travelled around with me. The ones that didn't fit into the colours stayed in this drawer. So I have some in this drawer that haven't really been used at all. So these are almost new. They haven't been used in any books. So what I've just done is I've just swatched everything and seen which ones are dead or dying or almost dead. Little arrows are where I put them in the wrong space. And you can see I've still got a really nice spectrum of colours. Still going strong after all this time. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to... First of all, I'm not going to be so stringent as I used to be with the colours with Colour Questopia, because it doesn't... It's colour by numbers. It doesn't matter. I've also got two other different types of colour by number books now. I've got the Belba Family Stone Mosaic one, and is it a Sun Life Drawing one, or three. And so you kind of want to do it again, but I also I want to do one of two things. I want to re-find a set of colours, so I kind of want to do a list for Colour Questopia, a list for Belba, a list for Jade Summer again, and still using these ones that are alive, do new colours, you know, new matches. And I also want to find out which ones I need, you know, replacements of, as it were, because I'm anal like that. Oh dear. I have this OCD streak, which means that I can't just, you know, grab a pen and colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sheet for all my markers, all my colour by numbers, and I'm going to see what I've got in this set that is a year old that matches. But look how well they've done. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, lots of blues, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, there's skin colours, 14, 15, 16 out of 80 a year later that haven't made it, you know, I've used up, which is lovely, nice to use them up. They're here, all the ones, when I did the swatching I put them all in this case, so these are the ones that no longer give me enough juice, and I am going to try and see whether I can revive them using a couple of drips of alcohol and stuff like that. But yeah, first things first, let's get my sheet with colours. And also, I'm only going to match the 25 colours of Colour Questopia this time. I ain't going down that 50 route again. Oh, even though, she says, interrupting herself again, like I always do, I actually quite like some of the older Colour Questopia books when they had the bigger colour range. Because sometimes I think the 24 or 25 colours is a little bit limited, a little bit basic. Sometimes it's quite nice to have the more nuanced colours that you used to get in the 50 ones. I wished in some ways that Colour Questopia did sort of like two types of books. The ones with the basic, you know, same as Belba Family and Sachin Sachdeva with 25 colours, but then sort of like the ones, the more enhanced ones, advanced ones, whatever you want to call it, with the 35, 50 colours, whatever, just so there was, I know, sometimes it's a bit nicer to have a little bit more options, you know, rather than light blue, dark blue. You know, it's quite nice to have a spectrum, isn't it, when you're doing a colouring. Anyway, when I see you next, I'll have a chart all made up. Okay, so I am back, and this is what I have done. This is the magic of an Excel VLOOKUP sheet. What I did is I wrote down all the colours that each book asks for. So let's use the Jade Summer column as an example, because that's the column that's in order. So on the Jade Summer colour by numbers, 2 is light yellow, 3 is medium yellow, 4 is dark yellow, rah, rah, rah. So what I did is I put them all in a spreadsheet, and then I did a VLOOKUP to see which colour they correspond to in the 5 different types of colour by number books that I have, which are Colour Questopia, Sachin Sachdeva, Sun Life Drawing, Belba Family and Jade Summer. What I then did as well is, so light yellow, only Colour Questopia and Jade Summer has. I blanked out the ones that don't have those colour. Yellow, I also is medium yellow, because they're the same thing, I would have thought. Dark yellow, again, only Jade Summer. Golden yellow and yellow orange I bundled together. And then, same down here with light grey, grey and dark grey. If one of the books said light grey, medium grey, dark grey, I bundled the grey and the medium grey together. Vivid pink and hot pink, I think are the same thing. They're just different on the different books. And then these ones down here, these seem to be specific to So yellow green, Sun Life Drawing is the only one that has yellow green. Magenta, Sashing Sativa and Sun Life Drawing are the only ones that have that. And Scarlet, Belper Family are the only one that have scarlet. So what I've done is I have actually sorted them in Jade Summer order, because Jade Summer has the most colours. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to pick a colour for each of these from my set of 80 Oleep markers. So as I said at the beginning of this video, the Oleep markers have lasted me well, and the colours that you get in this 80 set, this set will be linked down below by the way, because I really like these pens. And I found that if you buy the cheapy sets on Amazon, the 80 colours are the same in any of the 80 sets that you buy. So this is going to be colour by number matches for a cheap set of 80 alcohol markers. There you go, that's probably going to be the, the title of this video. Or colour by number matches for an 80 set. So, I'm going to speed up. You don't need to see this in, you know, real time as it were. I'm going to bring you down a little bit and we're going to start. Now the interesting thing about light yellow, it always makes me laugh because I'm just going to tell you this, salmon pink. I don't know if it's a salmon pink across the board, but my salmon pink is a light yellow. So I think that's what I'm going to use. It'll either be that one or green Bryce. So we'll have a play. Anyway, I shall come back to you, not sped up, when I've finished. What I'm going to do is, some colours are fairly obvious, like red is red. But it's like when you get to this turquoisey colour, I want to see aqua green. See, aqua green there is very much that 68, but less than 65. And on the Jade Summer, the green blue is more the 65 than the 68. So I've bundled these sort of turquoisey colours together. Oh, that light blue is exactly that, isn't it? Look. Again, that's more the ice blue. Oh, and what are we here? Oh, we're more the ice blue again on that one. But what I might do is I might include both of those. So one's a sort of greeny blue and one's a bluey green, if you know what I mean. So that's what I'm doing here. What I've done is just, this is what I showed earlier, and I've just folded it back so I can match, colour match. Not that it's an exact science. It is, they are just little fun colouring books. So I might keep both of those in. So it depends whether I want a greeny blue or a bluey green. And we also need to jump down here to the yellow greens for Who has yellow green? Sun Life Drawing. And there's two. This one's actually called yellow green. 48. Let's have a look how that compares on the bill. Is it? Who has the yellow green? Oh, Sun Life. Oops. There we go. Sun Life Drawing. It's really dark. 48. It's more that one, isn't it? It's more that one than it is that one. That's like an olive, isn't it? Martini olive. What number is that one? Bronze green, number 12. Number 12. Number 42. Number 42, which is that one. Okay, maybe we'll keep both of those in as well to have a light and a dark version of yellow green. Oops. So let's do its little square. Half and half. Half and half and all. And a very nice martini colour. Olive martinis. Okay, back. With the speed up, where do we get to? Light blue. Oh, see, light blue again. What you can do, you can have two different types of light blue. We can have 76. So this is like the cool blues. Oops. 70. Royal blue. 69. See, they go nice, those three. 76, 70 and 69. It's very dark. Or, now I know that my 70 is running out. We could have 67 as a pastel blue. That's called pastel blue as the light. Cerulean blue, because these ones haven't been used at all. 63. And then 70 again. As the dark, maybe. Yeah, see, my royal blue is running out. Oh, look at the state of me when I do these kind of things. It's all fun though. I love doing stuff like this. It's sort of peaceful, meditative. 70. I think these three are nicer than these three. These two blues go together nicely though. I mean, I guess it depends on the picture. To be quite honest, 70 appears twice. So if we did 76, 70 and 69, and then also throw in 63 and 67 for when we want to do a more of a, you know, bluey, greeny, bluey. That would basically do those three and those three. Well, that's 69 down there, yeah. And then we need a light blue as well. So I think we need, one I used to use is a 144, was it? 144 we're going to do. I'm going to throw in a baby blue. Yeah, it's a real ice light blue. I'll probably throw in a 144 as well. But for now, those three. Okay, sorry. I said I was going to speed this up, and here I am drawing. Right, purple. Blue purple, such an odd colour. I'm just going to stick 69 down for blue purple, because no other book has got it. And on the back of the Jade Summer, I'll show you. There's blue purple, and there's 69 Prussian blue. I mean, it's the nearest one out of all of those, isn't it? Unless, to be honest, what's that one? Marine blue. Marine blue is a bit like the dark. Is marine blue like that? I need to fold it a bit more. that's definitely more that. So Prussian blue is that, and dark blue is probably more marine blue. Da da da. So that's definitely 69 anyway. So what did I just say? Marine blue, didn't I? Marine blue. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so I think we're going to do that as 69. At 62. 62. Okay, so 62, 70 and 76. And then we'll throw those two in as well to make a different couple of tones if we want to do that. Okay. Sorry, still talking. On to the purples again. Sorry. I think what I will do with the dark ones, possibly use the same colour and just go over it twice, because there isn't a great deal of options for the purples in this set. You've got that, and they're both very similar. You can't really differentiate, so what I'll probably do is just double layer for the darker colour. So let's just put 73 there again. Tan beige. And the last one, Scarlet. Oh, I've already done Scarlet. I actually just used the one called Scarlet, and I did it when I was doing the reds. Oh no, Peach. I've still got to do Peach. 13. So Peach is, depends on the book, but it's generally used as skin colours. Or sand sometimes, so let's try sand. Which one is sand? 107. 107. Okay, that's 107. And the other one I sometimes use for peach is cream, isn't it? That one. Ouch. Sorry camera. Which is that one, which is definitely beigeier. 36, but they're quite both nice skin colours. I would say that one's more peach and that one's more light beige, but they're both good, so I'll probably chuck both of those in. The 107 being the preference for the peach. You can tell when I'm not at work, I sit here making projects of things like colouring by number things. There. Peach. Okay, so that's it done, isn't it? Oh yeah, dark red. I think what I'm going to do with dark red, because the only dark red really is wine red, and it's a bit too dark. So I might just, when it's time to do, it's very deep burgundy. Maybe I'll include it though. Oops, let's watch there. See, it always looks really browny, that one. But we'll chuck it in. It's a different colour that we haven't got. Right, we are done. So, 25, 35, 24. Where's 31 come from? Nowhere, that's not used. 33, 140, 23. And then we go to 14. and then 22, jump down to scarlet, red, oops, pink comes next, we'll do red next, 4, dark red, then pink is 84, what are them other pinks, 6 is very pink and that's magenta, so that's all the pinks and reds. Yes, then we're on to the greens, 47, 46 and 53. Now I also left out 59, I don't think it matches it, but it might be quite nice to have a light green option. I've done with 59, well, I'll come back to it. Then we've got the 2 greens, 48 and 42 for the yellow green. Then we've got the 2, 68 and 65 for the turquoise green or blue green or blue or green blue. And a really light blue. Right, let's change the order of those. Where's 76 gone? 76, where are you gone? 76. Okay, let's move these. So that's them 3 blues there, plus the light. And then we'll chuck in these 2 greenier blues, which also work with the 70. Oh, I've got a marine blue to go in as well. Oh, couldn't be much easier, could it? 69, 72, and then the greeny blues. In fact, what I'll do, I think I'll do that. Which one do we call that? 72 was the darker one. Yeah, 69 was the fringy one. Okay, let's do that. So there's like 2 different choices of blues and the blue purple. Then we've got the teal. Actually, let's do this the other way. Let's stick them there. We've got the light blue, the light dark. Okay, and then we've got the. I'm going to do the greys next, just because they sort of live in the blue spectrum family. And then the browns that I've chosen are 107 for peach and the cream as well, and then 104 for the light, no, 97 for the light brown, 104, 91, and then these 2 I am going to throw in. Actually, let's move those up like that and throw these 2 in as spare light skin tones. Okay, so I think that's it. So I'm going to be really good and type this up all nice and neat, re-swatch it in the order of the Jade Summers, because I didn't do all these ones here because I was deciding, and then present the fait accompli to you all. Okay, and we are done. They're all in there and they're all typed up and written in there. Now the only things that I might change, well, I have actually changed a couple of things already, is that I switched the orange. I made orange stroke medium orange the 140, because I think those 3, medium orange, dark orange and orange red, flow really nicely together. And I made the one that's called orange light orange because I think they go better together. I also changed the dark orange. It was a lighter colour, but it looked exactly like, it was number 24 marigold, but it looked very similar to the 33, so I thought I'd put a darker one in there. It's only Jade Summer that uses it because we've already got one colour there. And the other one I changed, oh yeah, 36, I had it down here as a cream, so cream was either 107 or 36, but it looked very similar to the 97 rose beige, so I ended up just putting 36 in instead and taking out rose beige. So that's the light, medium, dark browns. And the other one I might lose is when you actually put these together. I've got 2 here that are 68 and 65, which could be a greeny blue or a bluey green, but I think that 65 looks very, very similar to 67, so I shall probably lose that one, which means if I do, I think if I lose one there'll be 39, and interestingly 39 is the perfect number that fit in one of my plastic boxes that I use to take downstairs and do my colour by numbers when I'm sitting downstairs. So yeah, that's it. That's me making a full spectrum chart for all the colour by number books, and this is it. Now I might do it for my Ohuhus, though I never really use my Ohuhus in colour by numbers, and my Artesas, but hey, I might not. Let me know if you would like to see me do this again for Artesa and Ohuhu pens. But for now, these are the Shinhan colours, you know, the standard colours that you get in a cheapy set of pens that you buy from Amazon. So thanks very much for watching. If you did, I appreciate everyone who comes along and watches. It's really I do these videos for the interaction with other colourists. I mean, I am not talented. I have nothing to teach you. I just like playing with my things, and I like talking to other people who play with their things too. So take care everyone, and thanks for watching. Bye.